What's going down? What's going down? Ready for this giveaway already. I hope you guys are participating. What's going on? What's going on? I'm doing the raffle tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are joining in on that. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. This is the first time I've been this consistent on YouTube, so I definitely appreciate it. It's been a lot more fun than I thought. And you guys have been a lot more receptive than I thought. Honestly, I didn't expect it. During the holidays. I'm currently making an Instagram reel because I haven't done one in a while. I have a couple shoots today, but I got some time to kill, so I was like, yeah, let me do some reels. Let me get back to that heavily. I mean, I've still been doing them, just not the way I used to. You know, when you kind of go through like memory lane, you see how involved you were in these platforms. So the only one I'm not like super interested in and getting back into is TikTok. Oddly, because I have the most followers there. I have like 240,000 followers on TikTok. What the hell? What's up? I go last comment, definitely an inspiration. You really bring authentic approach. I appreciate that. I really do. Because that is my goal. You know, I really just strive to make my page what I wanted to see, which is not to say less polished, because I definitely take the time to make sure the content is good. But there were times where I felt like what other videographers were doing was just out of my league. Like I had to be a specific type of person in order to do this job, but come to find out, you don't. I mean, you definitely have to love it, because there is some work involved. I'm not going to say there's not, but overall, I just felt like it was too big of a shoot to fill. Excuse me. But hopefully you guys are enrolled in the raffle, because I'm doing it tomorrow. And I don't know a good time to do it, because I'm seeing people from Japan, India, Russia that have enrolled. And in order to, I'm trying to, you guys let me know. I'm trying to do it two ways. Either you have to be on the live in order to win, or should I just let whoever's name gets picked win? The raffle is just for the Weeble 3 gimbal. I made a YouTube about it maybe last week or a week ago. This one, Semeion sent me this, and it's pretty light. I like it, but I already have 3 gimbals, so I don't need a 4th one. So I decided to raffle it off to you guys so that somebody who might just be starting their business or their videography journey who doesn't have something like that will have opportunity to win it. And I'm really hoping that the people that are in the raffle don't already have this gear. I mean, it's not expensive. It's only like, I think $250, $300, something like that. But still, when you're starting from the bottom, you don't have money like that. Like, I'll try to win whatever I can for free. So you guys let me know, what do you think is fair? To just pick a name? There were a couple ways I thought about doing it. Picking a name, announcing it, and then just sending it to whoever won. Or the person has to actually be on the live to win it. So they would have to respond once I pull their name. Or have a second round of raffles. So I would pick, there's like 80 people in it right now. I would pick 3 names, and those 3 people will be in like the finals to like do it. But that could be felt like it's unfair, especially if your name was picked first. You would actually won. So I don't know. I've never done a raffle before, so it's all new to me. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I just don't know a good time for that.
Payment plans during the holidays.
But we'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
During the holidays.
I really don't have like have anything set in stone that I want to actually do. I just know I want to get this thing off my hands. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing like those DJI mic minis, the one that just dropped. Or I'm not really sure what people need. That's the hard part. I'm not trying to, well, maybe I could raffle off a camera. That'd be nice. Yeah, it's kind of just up in the air. Sorry, I thought somebody was coming in my front door. What's good? What's good? The time difference is tough. People usually require people to be on the same stream to win, as it boosts numbers and engagement. Yeah, I can see. I mean, I haven't really been advertising what day I'm doing the raffle, so I know that can be tough. My thought was to do it Wednesday, but I do have to remember people work. So when you make your own schedule, you just kind of do things your own way. We'll see, though. I mean, just to get this thing off my hands is going to be nice. It's been here for a while. What's going on? What's going on? I'm just editing a reel, talking some business. And I hope you guys see this IG reel. I'm going back to giving business advice on my Instagram, because I had a retainer recently for $3,000 pop up, and she wanted to cancel it. So I'm like, okay, I understand. Instinctively, I was going to offer her something cheaper. The reason she didn't want to do it now is because her Christmas was more expensive than she had thought. So she wanted to find ways to save money. So what I offered her was, instead of paying $3,000 up front, to just pay $1,500 now, and then the remaining $1,500 January 1st. And she loved that idea, and she went and hopped right on it. So I've only offered 2 other people payment plans. I forget that more people are more likely to spend more money with you when you offer them payment plans. Like, when you think about it, like in mortgages, cell phones, car notes, engagement rings, like there are things that people are making these really big, even like bedroom sets. they're making these really big purchases, but they feel a little bit better about them because they're able to make payments or monthly payments or whatever. So I am doing that as opposed to my, I wouldn't say my competition, but my colleagues are offering discounts right now, which I don't think is I don't think it's smart. In my business, I'm just not going to do that. I think it devalues our work. And I think it kind of sets a precedence that if somebody is going through a tough time or they need a little financial break, they're going to try to get it from you instead of trying to make better financial decisions elsewhere so that they can afford you. That's what I want to like convey in my business. So offer payment plans, not discounts. That's what I would recommend, because I saved $3,000 deal just by offering that, as opposed to saying like, oh, well, you know, I can do it for cheaper. Like, no, it brings in the same amount of cash flow. It doesn't decrease your cash flow like a discount would do. But same cash flow is just coming in spread out. Oh, thanks, Cameron. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're getting something from it. What's going on, Chris? What's going on all the way from India? See, that's what I was talking about. See, the raffle might be a little tough. But I'll probably do a live feed and just allow the person, whoever wins, would have to respond to it. I would say in a 24-hour window. If they don't, then I'm gonna do another raffle, pull another name. I appreciate that. Yeah, I won't be on here long. I'm just kind of editing a Instagram reel that I just did. I have a shoot at 10, so I'm gonna be leaving the house in like 25 minutes, maybe less. Go set up. Filming with the FX6 takes a little bit of time to set up. It's a little hefty, but I'm filming on this today because I have my 1 terabyte Angel Bird SD card in here. This is the first time I'm hearing a raffle. What are you giving away? I'm giving away this gimbal. Semeion sent me this gimbal. I made a YouTube video about it. So if you guys aren't seeing my videos, that's why you haven't heard of it. But I talked about the raffle at the end of a video. So this is why it's beneficial to watch videos all the way to the end, because you never know what's going to happen. But the raffle has been closed off, so anybody who tries to enroll now won't be able to. But Semeion sent me this gimbal for free to do a review on it. They didn't pay me for it. They just kind of wanted me to cover it because they have some specials going on during the holiday season. So I told them I would, obviously, as long as I get to keep it. And they said, sure. And
During the holidays, offer payment plans, not discounts.
What was I saying? They let me have it for free. I already have 3 gimbals. I don't need a 4th, so I'm giving that one away. This is the setup today. I have a event for 2 hours for $1,200. And all I'm doing is giving the footage away. Like, it's not really a whole lot of editing. because I'm just gonna be on a tripod the whole time. But this is my setup. I have the G Master 7200 FX6 combo. I'm gonna put my DJI mic at the top on the hot shoe and then put that on the Talent so that I'll be able to hear them. The audio will come straight into the camera. No fancy bells and whistles, nothing crazy. But the last time I tried to like really like deck this thing out, it took me too long to set up. So I wasn't really a fan of that. So I'm just keeping it simple this time. And then of course I got my small rig batteries. I've been using these even though I have. This is the battery that the FX6 came with. And this gives me about, I want to say an hour and a half. Like if I'm shooting constantly, nonstop, I would say about an hour and a half. And this is the one that I bought that it is still FX6 native, but this gives me like 4 hours, 5 hours. It's like the difference. It's like you and the guy she told you not to worry about, right? Like it's a huge difference. But these small rig batteries, they still give me like an extra hour. So I try to keep that on deck as much as possible. I need to start getting my bag ready in a second. So let me get this done.
Holidays. Offer payment plans, not discounts. When your clients are going through this holiday season, they have presents they want to buy.
How much do you charge to film on a cinema camera? My starting rate is 600, and then it just goes up from there. But I only really pull this out for events. I don't really use it for much else. I always wanted to do something in fitness with the FX6 because I've seen some really great footage, and there's no IBIS in the FX6, so that extra little camera shake and movements, I feel like is really great for fitness. But I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. I was just talking to my younger cousin about this because he is trying to get into film, which is, you guys have to decide how much you want to make in a year in order to kind of go over your payments. So if you don't know what to charge, this is where I would start. Figure out how much you want to make per year. For me, I started out wanting to make $100,000 a year, right? I feel like that's a lot of people's goal. In 365 days, you want to make $100,000. Let's subtract how many days off you want to take. So if you want to take off weekends, if you just want to take off a full 30 days, like whatever that looks like to you, you have to subtract how many days off from 365 days. Once you get that number, you have to divide again, or you have to divide again 100,000 by whatever number is left. So if that's 335, it's 335 days, the amount of days that you're working, divided by 100,000, which would equate to the money you want to make, and you'll get a number, how much you need to make. No, I'm doing this wrong. Shoot. Hold on. 365, 100,000. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it right. Divide 335 by 100,000, then divide it again by 12 because it's 12 months, and then you'll get a number how much you need to make every month. And then you just keep breaking that down until you get to a number that just feels good. So once I got down to every month, I went down to how much I need to make every week. Then I broke it down again, how much I need to make every day. And then I broke it down one more time, like how many clients was I willing to work with every day. If that's 3 or 4, then obviously your rate will be lower. Say you had to make $600 every day and you were willing to work with 3 people. That's $200 every day. I mean, $200 every client to get to your 600. But if I only wanted to work with one person, then that would be $600 for that one person. And then, of course, you can just base it off of the scope of work, but sometimes that's trickier because you base it off of experience and the equipment that you have and all these other parameters. But working in a number that I'm just like, I just want to make this much money. I don't really care what I charge and how I get there and all that stuff. It has its pros and cons because you can definitely hurt the market like that. But when you're starting out, man, trust me, I could give a damn about the market. I was so like, I don't care what you guys are charging. I have bills to pay. I have a family to take care of. What you guys think I should charge is irrelevant to me, especially if you're not sending me business that can charge. I can charge a certain rate. Trust me, your words go in one ear and out the other. How did I secure this event? It was just somebody that I've worked with for years. Y'all love the videos, help me out so much. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're getting something from it. Was good, Keith? Was good. What do you think is the best way for a new person to make contacts and start getting work? You have to talk to people. That's always what it's about. If you don't have any clients right now, you have not talked to enough people. Thanks for the breakdown. Still have to do reverse engineer my price and number of clients needed, but I do have current minimum 300. Yeah, that's about where I started. My lowest rate, I started at $125 a project for like 30 to 45 second Instagram reels. This was in 2019? This was in 2019.
For payment, not discount. When your clients are going through this holiday
So it was a lot different back then, but it was still, I was working with like 3 or 4 people a day. What is going on?
they have people they want to visit, they have trips going on. So I know that we're
Oh, I appreciate that, Keith. Thank you for, that's what's up, man. I need to start doing lives more. I really appreciate that.
So I know that we're tempted
Shout out to Keith.
as business owners to offer discounts so that we can still get their business. But I'm going to suggest, so I know that we're tempted as business owners to offer discounts so that we can still get their business. But I'm going to suggest, because this is what I do.
No, I appreciate it. Trust me.
But what I,
My goal right now for YouTube is my first $1,000. Right now, I'm at 305. Now 310 with your $5. So I appreciate it for sure. I was trying to get there before Christmas, but it just didn't happen like that.
What I do. But what I do, and this is what I'm going to suggest, because this is what I do. But what I do, and this is what I suggest to you, is offer them payment options. If I have somebody that's going to pay me $3,000 for a project, I'm not going to force them to pay me $3,000 all up front in the month. Because as a parent.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this reel done before I have to leave. But what are you guys up to? Like, what's stopping you guys from making $100,000 in a year? Like, what are your hurdles? Let's talk about that.
Parent, as a spouse, as a friend, as a son, as a nephew, I understand that there are people that I want to see and there are things that I want to buy. But breaking up that $3,000 into payments so that they can pay me, still get my services, and still have money to spend for their families is a huge weight off their shoulders.
Excuse me. I'm not putting in enough effort, if I'm being honest. And man, that's why I'm making reels. I've made over like 250 reels that kind of cover business etiquette, business cameras, stuff like that. So now when people see me, they associate me with a camera expert or video expert, editing, whatever. And establishing yourself is probably one of the first things that I do in my mentorship. Is making sure my mentees are established.
Weight off their shoulders. Because sometimes they know they really need our services, especially during this time of year.
And there's a lot of like,
putting them in
sometimes I think it's a fear thing. And it just doesn't come across me very often. I mean, praise God for that. I really Jesus, thank you for that. It's nothing I can boast about.
box.
But figuring out ways that can make you less afraid in a room full of videographers and everybody's afraid to talk to somebody. Even if I was afraid, I'm gonna step out in faith and I'm gonna make something happen. Because I see what fear can do. And it's never good.
Services, especially during this time of year. But putting them in a box where they have to.
I have this picture of myself in my head every single time I think about fear. Every time. I'm not even kidding. Of myself, if God blesses me to reach 70, 80 years old, and I'm talking to my grandkids, and they ask me about my life, I never want to say I would have been further, I would have done more if I wasn't afraid. That sentence is so daunting. Like, oh my gosh, just thinking that I cared about what people thought so much that I allowed it to stop me from being in a certain position in my life is just not something that I'm not going to submit to that. I just won't. I will not do it. I just moved to the area, so I'm trying to get in local business. Yeah, it takes some time sometimes for that. But just get your reps in. That's what I always say. The more people you talk to, the better. There's so much more I could be doing. Cold calls, drop cards, YouTube videos. Yeah, there's always something you can do, but I always say pick one. Like whatever is easy for you to do now, pick that, or whatever's hardest for you, do that. But pick one. Don't feel like you got to do it all, because I don't cold call. I don't drop cards. I don't do none of that stuff. And my business is flourishing. Procrastination on cold approaching people. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you guys are afraid of cold approaching, then reward those who talk about you. You know what I mean? Like, there are people that my name is being talked about in rooms full of people whose hands I never shook. And it's because I've provided a service for somebody that was so good that they're my mouthpiece. Like, it's almost like they're my salesman. I just don't have to pay them. So allowing yourself to connect with people in a way that they are talking about you constantly is humongous. Thanks for the truth. Have to get out and talk to more people. What's YouTube channel? Now I think it's time to get out. Yeah, I'm starting now. I'm going on a whole December sprint making content every day.
All the money that they had to spend for Christmas on you is just.
I just can't do that on YouTube. It's actually bad. I have so many video ideas. My next video for YouTube is what to put in your portfolio. Like, what is a portfolio and what to actually put in it so that you can get business.
That they had to spend for Christmas on you is just not fair. And offering discounts lowers your. And offering discounts. And offering discounts lowers your cash flow.
Consistency and outreach right now. I used to have too many business ventures offerings, but now I'm more focused, so I got over that hurdle. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I feel like if my business were to fail, it wouldn't be because I didn't have business. It would be because I had too much and I wasn't outsourcing.
Versus payment.
And I think I wasn't outsourcing because I was greedy. I was seeing how much money was coming in, and I'm like, oh, I want to keep it all for myself because there's some stuff I want to buy. And I didn't grow up with money, so having it, I had to learn like real business sense and acumen.
Spread out your cash flow. You're still getting the same amount of money.
Because people who have a lot of money, they just know how to invest what they have. They don't keep it all.
You're still getting the same amount of money. It's just spread out now. And I would much rather have that than devalue my services by offering a discount. So if you're a videographer, photographer, business owner, and you're just not sure how to manage the holidays with clients, trust me, allow them to pay. Trust me, allow them to. Trust me, allow them.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to making that portfolio video. Trust me, it needs to be talked about.
So that they can enjoy your services and Christmas.
All right, export this. 9:05. I think I should get there by like 9:30. It shouldn't even take me that long to set up, honestly. What is this video? Payments, plans versus discounts. If you guys have, I don't know how fresh you guys are in this chat, but don't offer discounts in the month of December. Offer payment plans. It'll go a long way. I saved a $3,000 project by offering it in 2 payments instead of just 1 payment. Are you guys doing anything special for the holiday season? For Christmas in particular? Or if you celebrate Kwanzaa or anything like that? Hanukkah? I don't need to save that. Keep chatting, keep chatting. I got a couple more minutes. I want to answer any questions while I have you guys. And I appreciate, I don't know what time zone you guys are in or anything like that, but it is 9 a.m. over here. So for those that are starting their morning, I appreciate you starting your morning here. I do not take it for granted. Hold on. All right, Houston. I actually just did a wedding. I was gonna cover that, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I'm not really trying to get more wedding clientele. I was actually telling my assistant, I think this is the last year that I'm gonna take on any wedding clients as the as the head shooter. I think I might do it as a second shooter. I definitely don't mind that. I'm trying to get all this stuff together. It's 11 a.m. Man, what do you think offering free demo videos? I think that's smart. I think it's the smartest way to do it. Like if I told people that they need to be paying attention to flyers. Like if you say you want to get into sports, like youth sports, that means you need to be following youth sports pages in your city, checking out the last time they posted, and if they're currently posting, because if they have an event, let's say there's a youth basketball company and they're having an event on a Saturday, you can reach out to them about that event. Like, hey, I seen that you're having an event. I'm new in the industry of videography. I would love to shoot a free demo for you. Is that possible? Like, it's so
It's so quick, and the worst thing they can say is no. But I have never, and I'm saying this to you guys now, I have never reached out to somebody for a free project and they turned it down. Like, start out with that word. I'm new and this is free. I'm new and this is free. It's okay to let them know your experience level because it kind of sets the tone. I mean, it's not like they can be judgy for something that they didn't pay for anyway, but I'm just letting you know. I have never seen anybody say no to free videos.
And coming from Illinois, had a meeting, 9:45, discussed speaking engagement. It'll probably be 200-300 high school students.
It's not bad. It's not a bad start. What the Bible says is do not despise small beginnings. And I take that to heart, you know, like I don't want people to feel bad if they got a client and they were only getting $200, $300. That's a huge thing, man. Applies to you, dude. That's huge because my first client paid me $125. And now I'm making clients pay me $3,000, $4,000. Like, you got to start somewhere. You got to get your reps in.
I don't think I'll ever want to take in a wedding. Too much pressure and family drama.
I've never dealt with that. It's definitely pressure, but in my opinion, because I enjoy doing events, there's pressure on every job that I do. And to me, the only reason there's pressure at weddings is because you can't have them redo something. But I have 3 cameras going multiple times. I have 2 backup audios going at all time. Like, you just learn how to have like safety nets in place because you don't know what will happen. Let me format this card. What's your end goal for the business? My end goal is to either sell my business or probably have a crew of maybe 3 or 4 people. Instinctively, I think I want to be a hub. Like, I would love to create a system where I get clients and I just send them out to people. Like, all of these clients come to me for work and we like, hey, do you know a videographer in this city? Da da da. And I just plug them in with the right person. I think that would be my end goal because I'm still getting business, but in the long run, I'm helping people build their business. I would love that. It takes a lot of pressure off of the videographers because they don't have to like do the legwork. You guys don't have to make the calls. You guys don't have to knock on the doors and send out the flyers, and it'll have all the basic information, name, date, length of the shoot, location, payment. All you have to do is say yes or no, you know, and the goal would be for you guys to film in a certain format. And you can do it 2 ways. If you want to make more money, you can edit it. If you want to make less money, you have to turn the footage over to me. But either way, the goal would be to just plug people in some type of system to where if they are introverted, they can still get business and they can still do well. I think it could work out. Maybe I should take the 50. I have a shoot today with my retainer client, and I was thinking I might go live when I'm working with her, just so you guys can see like behind the scenes of that, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. All right, y'all. I gotta head on this drive and get ready for this shoot. Got the rig set up. So I'll holler at you.